Are you ready to crush your goals and make this year your best yet? No excuses, no shortcuts. Let's turn your dreams into reality. Start now. Welcome everyone on new video. Dear listeners, the calendar flips over and it's a new year. You look at it, think about it, and tell yourself, this is going to be my year. You set resolutions, you get excited, you feel the rush of possibilities. But then somewhere down the line, that excitement fades. The fire that burned bright for a moment starts to flicker out. You start to let things slide. That's where the problem is. You're not treating this like it's the battle it really is. You think this is just a little phase, that somehow this year is going to be easy. But let me tell you something, it's not. It's never easy. Let's be real for a second. Life doesn't wait for the clock to reset. The world doesn't stop to give you time to catch your breath. The new year doesn't magically make you better, stronger, or more disciplined. You do that. You're the one who has to make the decision to show up every single day. That's what separates the winners from the losers. The people who make progress and the people who just watch life pass them by. And this isn't about setting goals just to check boxes. This isn't about some cute little list of things you hope to accomplish. I'm talking about goals that will change your life. Goals that will require you to dig deeper than you ever have before. Goals that will challenge you to become a different person, because guess what? If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to get the same results. That's how it works. If you want something different, you have to become something different. And that starts now, So let's get one thing straight. New year, new goals is not a joke. This isn't some motivational speech that sounds good for a day and then fades into the background. This is your wake-up call. The world doesn't care if you're ready. The world doesn't care about your excuses. The world doesn't give a damn if you have a bad day, if you're tired, or if you're scared. It keeps moving. It's up to you to keep up. You need to understand that this journey, this quest to make something of yourself, doesn't come with any handouts. It doesn't come with anyone cheering you on. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to push you to get out of bed when your body is screaming to stay under the covers. No one is going to make you go the extra mile when you're too tired to take another step. That's on you, and only you. This isn't just about making progress in one area of your life. It's about conquering the whole damn thing. You want new goals. You want to reach new heights. You have to burn the old version of yourself to the ground. The version that makes excuses. The version that hides behind comfort. The version that gives up when things get hard. You want to become the person who doesn't stop. The person who doesn't quit when it gets tough. The person, no matter what, fights until the end. You have to get real with yourself. You need to look in the mirror and ask, what's it going to take? I know what's it going to take to get through a month or two, but what's it going to take to finish strong? What are you willing to sacrifice to make this year different? Are you ready to push your limits, to break down the mental barriers that have been holding you back? Or are you going to sit there comfortable in your little world and let the year pass you by like all the others? And the truth is, you won't achieve anything if you don't push past your limits. Every time you reach a goal, there will be a new level of difficulty. And you can either stay where you are and be comfortable, or you can step up and take what's a piss. But let me warn you, stepping up is painful. It's going to hurt. It's going to take everything you have. You'll want to quit. You'll think you can't keep going. But I'm telling you right now, you are stronger than you think. You've been holding back, making excuses, playing small for too damn long. It's time to crush those limits. You want new goals. You want to achieve things you've never achieved before. You've got to be willing to pay the price. No one gets success for free. You've got to give it everything you bought. And when you're dead tired, when you're exhausted and beaten down, you've got to keep going. That's how you make real progress. That's how you change your life. Let me tell you something. You can't keep waiting for the perfect moment. You can't keep waiting for everything to align. The right time is now. You've been putting it off long enough. Every day you wait is a day you're losing. You can talk about what you're going to do. You can make plans. But if you don't take action, if you don't get moving, it's all worthless. Time doesn't care about your plans. Time doesn't care if you're ready. Time just keeps moving. And if you don't make your move now, you'll be stuck in the same place next year, wondering where it all went wrong. This year, you need to own your journey. You need to stop waiting for life to get easier. You need to stop looking for shortcuts. The only way to the top is through the grind. And you've got to show up every single day, no matter how you feel. That's how you win. That's how you achieve those goals. You don't wait for motivation to hit. You don't wait for everything to line up perfectly. You do the work. When you don't feel like it, you do it anyway. When you're tired, you push through. When everyone else is quitting, that's when you go harder. That's how you stand out. Now is the time to stop being the person who talks about their dreams and start being the person who gets it done. It's time to stop being the person who has goals and start being the person who crushes them. And this year, you need to level up. You need to push yourself harder than you ever have before. You need to get uncomfortable and stay uncomfortable. Because it's only when you cut uncomfortable that you'll truly see how far you can go. Let me tell you, nothing worth having comes easy. If it's easy, it's not worth having. You want success. You want to achieve something big, then expect the pain, expect the struggle. But expect to feel like you want to quit. And when that moment comes, and it will come over and over again, you need to dig deeper. You need to remind yourself that the pain is temporary, but the results will last forever. This year, don't make excuses. Don't wait for things to get perfect. Don't wait for the right moment. The time to go all in is right now. No more waiting, no more procrastinating, no more thinking about it. Take action every single day, every hour, every month, something different. You have to do something different. The power is in your hands. Now make it happen. On the phrase New Year, new goals often brings a sense of excitement and hope, a belief that with the turn of the calendar, anything is possible. People see the new year as a fresh start, a blank slate where they can finally make the changes they've been dreaming about. But what they often fail to realize is that the new year doesn't automatically bring change. It doesn't change anything unless you decide to put in the effort. The excitement that comes with the new year can fade quickly unless you match it with consistent, determined action. Well, those won't be achieved by just thinking about them or setting them on paper. They require commitment and the willingness to push the obstacles. And many use the new year as an excuse to set resolutions, but that alone doesn't lead to success. The truth is, you don't need a year to start. Every day is an opportunity to start fresh, to pursue your goals. The calendar might reset, but the challenges and struggles will remain the same. And if you want to make significant changes, you need to face those challenges head on. The idea that the new year will magically change everything is a dangerous illusion. You have to take responsibility for your goals right now, regardless of when the year begins. Waiting for the perfect moment or thinking that the new year is your only chance only delays progress. And also crucial to recognize that setting goals isn't enough. The real work lies in the actions you take. Anyone can write down goals and dream about what they want to achieve, but those goals mean nothing without the effort to back them up. Whether it's in January, in the middle of the year, what matters is your ability to stay disciplined, to keep moving forward when things get tough, and to refuse to give up when you face setbacks. The goals you set for the new year will only become a reality through relentless focus and unyielding effort, not just wishful thinking or motivation that fades as quickly as it comes. The new year may bring a sense of optimism, but don't mistake that for the actual work required to succeed. The real difference in achieving your goals is not the change in the year, but the change in your mindset and the effort you're willing to put in. And if you want this year to be different, don't wait for the calendar to change. Take action today. Take ownership of your goals, commit to the process, and understand that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through consistent hard work and a mindset that refuses to quit. The real power comes from what you do with the new year, not just what it promises. When you set out to achieve your goals, it's crucial to understand that no one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. And the world doesn't owe you anything. No one cares about your struggles or hardships unless you put in the work to overcome them. Life doesn't stop for anyone that moves forward. And if you want to keep up, you have to work for it. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success will come if you just wait long enough. But that's a dangerous mindset. You're not going to be rewarded for doing nothing. You have to earn everything you want. Success isn't about being in the right place at the right time. It's about getting in the arena and grinding day after day, even when it feels impossible. People who get what they want are the ones who push the obstacles, who take ownership of their journey and stop making excuses. It's not about waiting for someone to give you the opportunity. It's about creating your own. The world will keep moving with or without you. And if you want to be part of it, you have to stop expecting things to just fall into your lap. Handouts don't build character. They don't build resilience. They don't help you grow. What builds character is the struggle, the fight, the grind. When you earn something, when you work for it and make sacrifices along the way, it becomes part of you. You take pride in it because you know that you put everything into it. No one can give you a sense of accomplishment. It's something you earn through your own efforts. The hardest part of success isn't achieving the goal, but enduring the journey to get there. It's about showing up every day, even when it feels like no one else is watching, and still pushing yourself forward. The truth is, if you want to achieve anything of value, you need to be prepared to put in the work, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard. There's no shortcut to success, no easy way to get to the top. If you want the life you've dreamed of, you need to be willing to do whatever it takes to get there. It's not about waiting for someone to give you a chance. It's about taking the opportunities you create for yourself through sheer determination. The path will not be easy, but it's yours to take. And the moment you stop expecting handouts is the moment you start truly owning your life. Comfort is the enemy of progress. It's easy to fall into a routine where everything feels safe and familiar. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. If you're comfortable, you're not pushing yourself. And if you're not pushing yourself, you're not getting better. The moment you settle into your comfort zone is the moment you start to stagnate. Success requires discomfort. It requires you to stretch beyond what feels safe and take risks. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to face the unknown, to step outside of that bubble where everything feels easy. When you're comfortable, you're not challenging your limits. You're not testing yourself to see how far you can go. And that's what separates the achievers from the dreamers, the willingness to embrace discomfort and to fight through it. Every time you push yourself beyond your limits, you grow. Every time you take on a challenge that scares you, you're getting stronger mentally and physically. If you want to see progress, you need to make discomfort your ally, not something to avoid. Comfort may feel good for a moment, but it's temporary. True growth only happens when you're uncomfortable. The truth is, the only way to become the person you want to be is by forcing yourself to face situations that make you uneasy. Comfort zones are prisons that keep you stuck in your old ways, preventing you from reaching your potential. Well, you can't be a better version of yourself if you refuse to face challenges, if you stay within the safety of what you already know. And if you want to change your life, you must welcome discomfort and use it to propel you forward. You have to be willing to do things that scare you, things that stretch your abilities. That's how you grow. I don't let the fear of discomfort hold you back from reaching your goals. Success isn't built on a foundation of ease. It's built on the struggle, the sweat, and the fight. The road to greatness is paved with discomfort, and the sooner you learn to embrace it, the faster you'll progress. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop seeking comfort. Instead, challenge yourself every day to do what's hard. Push through the pain and know that every moment of discomfort is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. The biggest obstacle standing between you and your goals is not the world around you, not the people who doubt you, and not the challenges that arise. And its biggest obstacle is the way you think, the beliefs you hold about yourself, and the limits you impose on your own potential. The truth is, your biggest enemy is often your own mind. If you believe you can't do something, If you tell yourself you're not good enough, or if you convince yourself that the goal is too far out of reach, you're the one holding yourself back. Or the world is full of opportunities, but if you can't see them or believe that you can't them, you're the one who's creating your own limitations. Every time you say, I can't, every time you give in to self-doubt, you close the door to your potential. The truth is, you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. But to tap into that potential, you have to first break down the mental walls that confine you. Well, your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but it's also the easiest thing to let control you. If you're not careful, stop letting fear, doubt, or negative self-talk dictate your actions. Recognize that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. Once you break free from those mental barriers, you'll realize that the possibilities are endless. You are the only person who can decide how far you can go, how much you can achieve, and how much success you're willing to fight for. The road won't be easy and the journey will test you, but the limits you face are not external, they are internal. No one else is telling you that you can't reach your goals. No one else is holding you back except the version of yourself that is afraid to step out of their comfort zone and take risks. Every time you push through self-doubt, every time you act despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more. When you stop seeing yourself as limited and start believing in your ability to overcome anything, you unlock a power within you that knows no bounds. In the end, the only person who can truly stop you is yourself. The world is full of people who have accomplished the impossible because they refuse to believe in limitations. They understood that their greatest strength came from within. You are no different. It's time to stop making excuses, stop believing in limitations, and start acting like you are a person who can achieve everything you desire. It all begins with the way you see yourself and the belief that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. You are your only limit. Success is not given to you. It is earned through sacrifice, through making difficult choices that others are not willing to make. People want success without fully understanding the price it demands. They think it's about working hard for a few days or weeks and then reaping the rewards. But the truth is, success doesn't work that way. To achieve anything meaningful, you must be willing to give up the things that provide short-term satisfaction for long-term gains. Whether it's time, comfort, or temporary pleasures, there are sacrifices that must be made. If you're not willing to pay the price, then you're not truly ready to succeed. The path to success is filled with challenges, and along that path, you'll face moments when you have to choose between what's easy and what's right. It's easy to stay in bed when you know you should be working. It's easy to procrastinate, to skip the gym, to choose entertainment over hard work. But every time you choose the easy option, you're sacrificing your future. You're putting your dreams on hold. Sacrifice means pushing through the tough moments when you'd rather take the easy road. It's saying no to temporary comfort in exchange for something far greater down the road. And if you're serious about your goals, you must be willing to sacrifice whatever stands in the way of your success. People often want the rewards of success without fully appreciating the cost. They want the body, the wealth, the freedom, but they aren't ready to sacrifice their habits, their time, or their energy. Success requires discipline, focus, and an unwavering commitment to the process. It's about giving up the things that don't align with your vision and embracing the things that do. And sacrifice isn't about giving up everything you enjoy, but about prioritizing what truly matters and making tough choices that align with your long-term goals. You can't have everything, but you can have the things that will take you where you want to go. Success demands your full dedication. The reality is, success isn't easy, and it's not for everyone. It takes grit, perseverance, and the ability to make sacrifices that others won't. It's about being willing to sacrifice now for a better tomorrow. If you want success, you have to live in a way that reflects your commitment to your goals. It's a process that requires sacrifice at every level: physical, mental, and emotional. It won't be comfortable, and it won't always feel fair, but it is the price you pay for a future that's worth the struggle. Success will always demand sacrifice, and the sooner you embrace that truth, the closer you get to achieving your dreams. Waiting for the perfect time to start pursuing your goals is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. The truth is, there is no such thing as the perfect time. If you keep waiting for all the conditions to align perfectly, you'll be waiting forever. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready, and neither do your dreams. The longer you put off taking action, the further you push yourself away from achieving what you want. Every day you spend waiting for the right moment is a day you could have been using to make progress. But you have to start where you are with what you have and build from there. Perfection is a myth. It's the action that counts. The notion of waiting for the perfect time is rooted in fear and self-doubt. It's an excuse you create to delay doing the hard work. You tell yourself that you'll start when everything is in place, when you have more experience, more money, or more resources. But the truth is, you'll never feel completely prepared. Life is unpredictable. Circumstances will never be perfect. If you're waiting for conditions to change before you act, you'll always find an excuse to avoid stepping forward. Waiting for the perfect time only keeps you stuck in a cycle of hesitation and fear, preventing you from making real progress. The most successful people didn't wait for the perfect time. They created it through action. They didn't wait until they felt confident or until all the stars aligned. They simply started. And as they went, adapted, they learned, and they grew. Success comes not from waiting, but from taking imperfect action and adjusting as you go. And the most valuable lesson you can learn is that starting is often the hardest part. But once you begin, momentum takes over. The more you do, the more you learn, and the closer you get to your goals. Perfection isn't required, progress is. But you have to stop waiting for the perfect time and make today the day you begin. Start with the resources you have, even if they seem limited. Stop waiting for the fear to go away, because it never will. It's a natural part of growth. Success is built through doing, not through waiting. The perfect time is never going to come, but you have the power to make every moment you take action the perfect time to move forward. So stop waiting. Your dreams are waiting for you to take that first step. And the only thing standing in your way is the excuse of waiting for the perfect time. Actions speak louder than words, and the reality is that talk is cheap. It's easy to say that your days are going to do something, to make big promises and set grand intentions. But if those words aren't backed by action, they mean nothing. We live in a world full of people. We talk about their dreams, their goals, and their ambitions. But how many actually follow through? It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of planning and discussing. But nothing changes until you take action. Words alone will never lead to results. It's what you do day in and day out that defines your success. And you can say all the right things, but unless you put in the effort to bring those words to life, they're just empty promises. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who fails is often not intelligence or talent, but the ability to take consistent action. It's the person who follows through, who shows up even when it's difficult, and who turns their ideas into reality that gets results. Words may inspire, but action changes things. You have to be willing to do the work, to push through the obstacles, and to stay committed even when it gets tough. Action is what moves the needle forward, not endless plans or discussions. There's a power in action that words simply cannot replicate. When you take action, you create momentum. You get closer to your goals with every step you take. And you build the confidence that comes with seeing your efforts pay off. Action makes you accountable to yourself and to your future. It's the proof that you're serious about your dreams and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve them. Words are easy, but action is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. They are what move you from the planning stage to the execution stage. Without action, even the best intentions are meaningless. At the end of the day, it's not about what you say, it's about what success isn't built on promises or good intentions. It's built on the actions you take, the sacrifices you make, and the consistency you maintain. So stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing it. Let your actions speak for you. And let them show the world that you are committed, that you are serious, and that you are willing to do the work necessary to achieve your goals. Words may inspire, but only action will make your dreams a reality. Pain is often seen as something to avoid, but in reality, it is an essential part of growth and success. Pain teaches you lessons that comfort and ease cannot. It challenges you, pushes you beyond your limits, and forces you to confront your weaknesses. When you embrace pain, you stop running from it and start using it as fuel. Instead of seeing pain as something negative, understand this as a sign that you're pushing yourself to become better, stronger, and more resilient. Pain is not a barrier, it's a stepping stone on your path to greatness. On the process of growth is never easy. If you want to achieve something worthwhile, you have to be willing to endure discomfort, struggle, and sacrifice. Pain is inevitable on that journey, but it's also temporary. The more you face it head on and push the holes, it holds power over you. Every time you endure pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental, you become more capable of handling it the next time it comes. Instead of seeing pain as a deterrent, see it as a challenge to overcome. Embrace it as part of the process that makes you who you're meant to be. Pain is also a powerful tool for transformation. It's in the hardest moments that you learn the most about yourself. When you're in pain, you learn what you're made of. You discover your strength and resilience and your ability to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. It's in those moments that you forge your character and build your mental toughness. Without pain, there is no progress. Without pain, there is no growth. You have to be willing to endure the hard times because they will shape you into the person who can handle the success you're striving for. Rather than shying away from pain, you need to learn to embrace it and use it to your advantage. Pain is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll stop avoiding challenges and start facing them head on. Success isn't achieved in the absence of pain. It's achieved by learning how to endure, to rise above it, and how to turn it into the strength that will carry you to your goals. Embrace the pain because it's the key to becoming the person you need to be in order to succeed. Consistency is the foundation upon which all success is built. It's not the big moments, the bursts of inspiration, or the times you push yourself to the limit that lead to lasting achievement. It's the daily, steady actions you take over time. Success isn't a one-time event or a stroke of luck. It's the result of showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when things get tough. And it's about being relentless in your pursuit, staying committed to your goals, and not allowing setbacks to derail your progress. Consistency creates momentum, and momentum propels you forward even when motivation fades. The power of consistency lies in its ability to build habits that shape your future. And when you make something a part of your daily routine, it becomes automatic. Whether it's working toward this goal, building a business, or improving your skills, doing the work consistently compounds over time. The key to mastering any of this is not in doing it once or twice, but in making it a non-negotiable part of your life. Results don't come overnight. They come from the effort you put in day after day, week after week. You need to trust the process and understand that consistency is the vehicle that will take you to your destination. The road to success is long. And it's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But the truth is, everything takes time. The small actions you take each day may seem insignificant, but over time they add up to something much greater. When you stay consistent, you give yourself the best chance to succeed. It's the consistency in your effort, the dedication to showing up even when the results are invisible, that separates those who make it from those who quit. And the key is not to get overwhelmed by the end goal, but to focus on what you can do every day to move one step closer. In the end, consistency is what separates dreamers from achievers. It's the ability to keep pushing forward no matter how tough things get that makes all the difference. If you want to achieve greatness, you need to commit to the process, show up consistently, and never stop moving forward. Your success won't come from big dramatic efforts, but from the small, consistent actions you take each day. The results will come so long as you stay consistent and never give up. In It Happen is a call to action, A reminder that your success doesn't depend on luck or waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's not enough to simply have goals or dreams. You have to take ownership of them and actively pursue them every single day. No one is going to hand you a life you want. You have to go out and create it yourself. Making it happen means pushing past the excuses, the obstacles, and the fear of failure. It means deciding that you are in control of your future and that nothing is going to stop you from reaching your potential. To make it happen, you have to stop waiting for things to fall into place on their own. And no waiting for the right moment or the right circumstances is a waste of time. The right moment is now. Every day is an opportunity to take a step closer to your dreams. It's about putting in the work, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about taking action, even when you don't feel ready. There's no magic formula or perfect plan. There's only the relentless pursuit of what you want and the courage to take action regardless of the challenges in your way. Make it happen by showing up, doing the work, and staying committed no matter how tough it gets. And the power of making it happen is in the commitment to seeing things through. Too many people start strong and get excited at the beginning, but they lose momentum when things get difficult. They stop showing up. They give up on their goals when the journey becomes uncomfortable or when they don't see immediate results. Making it happen requires resilience, the ability to keep moving forward even when progress is slow or the road seems impossible. And it's about being relentless in the pursuit of your goals, no matter what happens along the way. But if you want it bad enough, you have to be willing to fight for it, to face setbacks, and to get back up every time you fall. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one simple truth. You are the one who has to make it happen. Your success, your happiness, your future are all in your hands. No one is coming to save you, and no one is going to hand you what you want. You have to take action, you have to take risk, and you have to make it happen for yourself. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to take consistent, purposeful action and make things happen no matter the circumstances. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Make it happen now. Because there is no better time than today to start creating the life you've always dreamed of. Dear listeners, in conclusion, the journey to success is not easy, but it is within your control. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or relying on others. It's about embracing the struggle, staying consistent, and putting in the work every single day. The new year, new goals mentality is just the beginning, but the true transformation comes from the action you take to bring those goals to life. You have to be willing to sacrifice, face pain, and overcome the fear of failure. Stop talking and start doing, because results are built on action, not words. There will be no handouts, no shortcuts, and no room for comfort. You are your only limit, and success is yours for the taking if you are willing to make it happen. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, and start creating the future you deserve. The time is now. Make it happen and watch as your dreams become a reality. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. I hope it has inspired you to take action, push through obstacles, and make this year your breakthrough year. Remember, success doesn't come easily, but with consistency, determination, and the right mindset, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Now it's time for you to go out and make it happen. Don't wait. Take the first step toward your goals today. Goodbye for now and keep moving forward, you bumby.